1st, 2013. April Fool's Day. I did try to look it up to see what it really meant, but gave up. I got sidetracked looking for Ukrainian eggs. And I did remember last night I talked about Easter and the Easter story. But I remember that we did decorate eggs in the household, the Alexander household there. You could buy these little kits, and it gave you like 3 colors. I remember yellow really sticking out. Yellow, and I think it's probably green. I don't remember it being red, but maybe blue. But you could take, they give you a little wax pencil, and you could draw circles and crisscrosses with that wax, and then you dip these little circle-looking circle things that you could hold the egg perfectly. You dip it in these stain-colored waters, and then let it dry, and then flip it upside down and dip it, and then where that wax was, it would stay white there, or after it dried, you could scrape it off, and so you could add little designs on the different colored eggs. That's what I remember. But Ukrainian eggs seem pretty in-depth in color. If you look at some of the pictures, they're really colorful and beautiful. Not talking about the Russian Fabergé eggs. They're getting really delicate, intense decorations there. April Fool's Day, April 1st. Back in 1826, Samuel Morley patents the first internal combustion engine. Since I worked on a lot of internal combustion engines, I just had to mention that 1826. So patent first internal combustion engine. 1891 in Chicago, Wrigley Company formed, and everybody knows about Wrigley Field here in Chicago. And of course, Wrigley wanted to produce a lot of side products. I think the main one was the chewing gum, Wrigley chewing gum. I want to say like Juicy Fruit and the Double Trouble. It's the one. Double mint, double your flavor with double mint gum. I think that was Wrigley. Alright, then we're going to jump to 1970. Nixon signs the Public Health Service Smoking Act, which requires a Surgeon General label to be put on cigarette packs from that time, 1970, on saying that it's a hazard to your health and smoking is a hazard. And at that same time, he signed in that they could not advertise on television and radio no more. I know they could still do it in the magazines for the longest period of time, but I think they eventually had to stop that too. But yeah, 1970. Because I used to see commercials on TVs about the Marlboro Man and stuff. I remember those. But not after 1970. 1976, this was interesting. Apple Incorporated formed. Steve Jobs and Ronald Wayne and Stephen Warrenwitz. Anyway, Steve Jobs. Apple formed. 1976. Alright, 1979, Iran became 99% Islamic Republic and ousted the Shah. And then that sent into motion, because the Shah was ousted, and we took him in. And since we took him in, that's when the rebellion started in the hostage situation and women and oil crisis and just all kinds of stuff happened in 79 from that. And dark time in history there. Alright, 2001, on this day, April 1st, same-sex marriage became legal in the Netherlands. in 2001. He was the first country to do that. So, heads up. Thanks to Holland for stepping up. I know we're going through this country. A few states have passed it. A few states have wrote into their constitution that it's not. And luckily here in Minnesota, the last vote was voted down. That wasn't going to be written in. So it's just eventually going to be, will be legal in many states. It's just the majority rules, and in my opinion, I'm not a very vocal and politic or religious person that talks about theirs, but I just have to say, after 30 years living with my partner, if anybody deserves marriage, this guy right here. And every now and then I do call him my husband, so we're relating my partner and my husband. And luckily, the company I work for does have a domestic partnership to support that. So he's 100% covered, as any spouse should be. Other than that, April 1st, I wanted to mention that this is Melissa Fink's birthday was April 1st. And she's the mother of my daughter. And I just want to wish her a happy birthday. Because I just remember that. It's just, she was born on April 1st. It's like, oh, that's a hell of a day to be born. But certainly is. With that being said, we are going to close out with, I had to really look and find the song. I remember hearing it. There was a guy that sung the song, Last Cigarette. It's called the Cigarette Song. But I remember where the lyrics go, last cigarette before bed. So it's my last cigarette before I go to bed. But it was sung by Poindexter, and he used to be the lead singer of New York City Dolls. And for a time he hosted, he was a musical backup stand-in musician for Saturday Night Live. So you'd see him on there quite a bit, and I remember him singing this Last Cigarette song, and it always stuck in my mind because he just did such a good rendition of it that I had to look it up. So since Nixon signed in Surgeon General warning on the packs of cigarettes, Last Cigarette, not a smoker no more,